Apparitions of the Blessed Mother as Mediatrix of All Grace. In 1948 in Lipa, Philippines, but a reality that absolutely positively has to be part of our reality in this moment of human history. When more could we possibly need Mary, Mediatrix of All Grace, than in our present critical moment of human history? Hello and welcome to Marycast. This is Dr. Mark Miravalle, Professor of Theology and Mariology at the Franciscan University of Steubenville. And we're in a series, a little mini-series, concerning the Marian apparitions in the Lipa, Philippines. Apparitions that took place in 1948, apparitions where the Bishop Gaviola in the 1990s, early 1990s, expressed his personal conviction in the truth of these apparitions, and apparitions which today are being strongly encouraged by the local bishop, Archbishop Ramon Arguelles, the Archbishop of Lipa. This is so important, my friends, because to say, as John Paul II said, that implicit in the title Mediatrix is the reality of mother. That's what we need. We're in an age of loneliness. We're in an age of despair, depression, family breakdown. We need a mother. The human family needs a mother. The human race needs a mother. She's coming as mother. And I want to read to you an account of exactly what happened at Lipa in 1948 to show us why it's so very relevant to today. In our last segment, I read the first part of what took place on September 12th, 1948, the first apparition of our Blessed Mother to the young Carmelite novice Teresita. And I want to continue with the account of what took place, which includes the direct quoted words of Our Lady as conveyed by the visionary Carmelite sister Teresita, commonly known now as Teresing. So, the following afternoon at 5 o'clock, Teresita returned. She knelt and recited the Hail Mary. Upon reaching the words full of grace, she noticed that the vine was moving, and lo and behold, she saw a beautiful lady with her hands clasped on her breast, a golden rosary held in her right hand. Her dress was pure white. Around the waist was a narrow belt. Her feet were bare, resting on clouds which were about 2 feet above the ground. Her face was indescribably beautiful and radiant. Smiling, she said, quote, "Be faithful to come here, be it rain or shine." Then Teresita asked her, quote, "Beautiful lady, who are you?" "I am thy mother, my little one," she replied, and then vanished. The following afternoon at the same hour, Teresita went to the same spot. The beautiful lady was waiting for her, her arms extended as if desiring to embrace her little one. Quote, "I wish this spot to be blessed tomorrow," she said. "At what time, mother?" asked Teresita. "Any time your mother prioress wants, my child. I forbid you to forget the incidences of these 15 days. She then blessed Teresita and vanished. In the presence of the community, Carmel's chaplain, His Excellency Bishop Alfredo Obviar, blessed the nook in the garden at 3 p.m. September 15th. As soon as Teresita knelt before the lady, she heard the words, quote, "My child, kiss the ground and eat a little grass. Take paper and pencil and write down what I shall tell you for the community." The following was the message, quote, "My daughters, I ask you first to believe in me and keep this a deep secret among yourselves for the time being. Second, love one another as true sisters. And third, come often to visit me. Make this a sacred place and respect it. Gather the petals, my children. I bless you all." End quote. The lady then vanished, and in the place of the apparition, rose petals were scattered. The following day, when Teresita visited the spot, the lady told her, quote, "I wish a statue of mine to be placed here. I want you to describe me to your chaplain, because I want it to be as you see me, and as big as the statue of Our Lady of Lourdes that is in the cloister. Tell your mother prioress to have the rosary recited by the community here every afternoon during these days." Then, blessing her little one, she departed. Now, there's so much in capturing the phenomenon of an apparition, but for the first time in history, on September 12th, 2009, Archbishop Ramon Arguelles asked the mother prioress permission to allow people to visit the actual apparition site inside the cloistered Carmel. And the Mother Superior gave permission, And so I had the blessing of being at the very spot, and the vine remains. The same vine that, well over 50 years ago, shook with the presence of Our Lady. Now, as I mentioned before, there's tremendous drama involved in this. As I mentioned in the first segment, Teresita left her prominent family to come to the apparition, to the Carmel, and her brother brought a gun to try to get her back. That didn't happen. Other dramatic things happened. Our Lady had also revealed that 2 of the sisters in the Carmel were not believing. And while this saddened Our Lady, she said, in essence, it was up to them. One of the sisters was to leave as a novice. And Our Lady gave a special message saying, again, it's up to you if you believe, but do not speak against the reality of what I'm doing here. And sadly, that was not obeyed by the sister. She left, and that was one of the attacks that you're going to hear about Our Lady prophesying to these powerful sisters, these remarkably humble and spiritual women who underwent a tremendous battle. Another sister continued in her disbelief for 40 years. I had the privilege of speaking to her just a few days ago, and after 40 years, she received a miraculous cure of a kidney disease that she had, an instantaneous cure. And she has been a Carmelite sister for 61 years. And she smiles, when she smiles, it lights up the whole room. And there was such a new peace that finally she could get rid of this shackle of doubt and be one of the greatest promulgators of the truth of Our Lady of Lipa. So, the bottom line, my friends, when Our Lady appears, you have to expect controversy, you have to expect attack, and the visionaries have to expect suffering. It's little known that during the 13th and the 16th apparitions in Lourdes, there were several occasions of demonic possession at the site. Why? Because where the woman is, the Satan always comes to try to cause difficulty. The serpent always follows the woman. But remember, the woman crushes the head of the serpent, even though the serpent can have appearances of temporary victories. Let me read on what takes place, because we're going to see more powerful drama of good and evil with these apparitions of Lipa. On the last of the 15 days, Sunday, September 26th, the Lady repeated her counsels to Teresita. My child, you must love and obey your mother prioress. Tell your sisters to love one another as true sisters, to practice humility and simplicity, the virtues I love most. Tell them to love and obey their superiors and not to forget the things I ask. I shall not ask bigger things from you as you expect, because you are my little ones. Do not forget to consecrate yourselves to me on October 7th. Be very good. I am Mary, Mediatrix of All Graces. I shall always bless the community morning and evening. Blessing Teresita, she vanished. On September 30th, rose petals were strewn in the cells of the monastery, and on October 3rd, the shower fell on the staircase. On November 5th, the first Friday, the crucifixion was reenacted for the first time in the one privileged to see Our Lady. That was a passion that was witnessed by all, that was experienced by the visionary Teresita. Quote, 2 or 3 minutes before noon, Teresita lost consciousness, and at 12, stretching her arms upward as if crucified, her feet taking at the same time the position of our Lord's on the cross, she suffered the 3 hours agony of our Redeemer. The 7 last words could easily be followed by those who witnessed the mystery. So, passion, suffering, great fruits, this phenomena of rose petals. And we're going to see again why so much focus on the sisters, because they're going to undergo tremendous trial, and yet they would remain faithful to the reality of what happened in this privileged period of time in Lipa. Once again, more to come. We're going to see also severe church persecution. Indeed, it is a spiritual body of Christ, but it's built on human blocks. That's because we are sinners, and so sin manifests, but the glory manifests even greater. Stay tuned with us for the next segment on Our Lady of Lipa, Mary, Mediatrix of All Grace. This is Dr. Mark Miravalle saying thank you and God bless you.